you don't know, you damn well should know. I'm Ragreynolds, and today I want to tell the story about when I visited Australia. I mean, it's been highly requested. People in my comments in my Australia videos are like, what do you know? You've never been there. How can you say that it's not real? Well, here I am, dummies, to tell you that I did visit there. Very recently as well. You see, after my video about how Australia wasn't real, I thought that it would be best if I investigated for myself. Now in that video, if you haven't seen it, go watch it first. But in that video I said that when people go to Australia, they're actually landing in New Zealand. And they are drugged. They imagine all of the experiences there. So I did some research to find out what the drug was that they drug you with, and it's called ragreynolds. Ragreynolds, that's what it's called. I'd never heard of it before, but it's some sort of hallucinogenic, and that is what they drug you with when you go into the plane. So I looked for some counter-agents to that. I wanted to find something I could take that would counteract the effects as much as possible so that I could see for real what was going on. So I found this other drug, and it was called, I think it began with a Y. I can't remember exactly what it was called. It was like Urfene or something, Urfene. I don't remember exactly what it was called. I'd have to search it. But I took a small amount of this. I didn't know how much to take. Looking back on it, I should have taken more. But I took some of it. And what happened was I went to the airport, I had my ticket, I got on the plane, and we flew off. And there was a point during the journey where I started to feel tripping. And I started seeing things almost in my head and in front of me, especially by the time we landed it was fully heightened, and when we landed no one else got up from their seats. I almost did, but I noticed no one else was moving, so I stayed sitting because obviously I don't want anyone to think that I'm out of place. And all these other people are sitting around me and they're sitting down, and I'm like, I think this is it. I think this is the proof that I need. And they're all sitting there, and they were all almost in a trance, just still, eyes wide open. No one was blinking. No one had their eyes closed either, just eyes wide open, mouth kind of like, just kind of staring forwards. And that's when I started seeing things as well. I was almost having visions. So the drug I had taken to counteract it, it had worked a little, but it hadn't fully worked. It had worked enough to make it so I was aware of what was going on, but I was still seeing things, seeing visions. And some of the visions I saw vast deserts, vast open areas. I think I saw a strip club at some point. I don't know how that fits into anything. I saw some kangaroos hopping around. I saw a man cutting off a snake's head. I saw some huge spiders that were bigger than cats and birds, and that was insane. But yeah, eventually it was very hard to just sit there. There was maybe once or twice over the period of time that someone did. Excuse me, there was once or twice during the experience I did see someone walk down the aisle. I only really saw it in my peripheral vision. I was trying to look out there because I didn't want to turn, because then it's obvious and they're like, you know too much, we're going to kill you. So I didn't do that, I just sat there. It was very hard, I was really needing to shit by the time I got home. So after, I don't know how long it was, they eventually got up in the plane and we came home. And everyone was getting off the plane, and there was a certain point in the journey, again probably around the halfway mark, the same part as I started feeling trippy before, everyone was suddenly moving again and they were all happy, and Like, that was a great holiday, and we were getting off the plane eventually when it landed, and everyone's like, that was the best experience of my life, I want to stay in Australia, and the Australians are all so lovely. And it was very strange, because I was like, you didn't even leave the plane. Nothing happened. It was on your mind because of this drug. It was manufactured by the New Zealand government. So we all got off the plane. I came home. And now a couple of weeks later, I'm making this video. And that is my personal anecdotal experience of what happens when you get on a plane to go to Australia. And hopefully now you people in the comments on my Australia doesn't exist video will let up a little. Because that's just my experience, it's the truth. If you've got a different experience, then please tell me, but it's hard to say otherwise now. I have seen what happens. It's not just a theory anymore, I've seen it firsthand. So, whatever. You're welcome, society. Goodbye.